Our founder flames. This right here is an embodied form of the violet ray spectrum. Tap in and tune in Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern. Live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Grand Rising with ChristoLight. Your sacred space for discovering the Ascended Masters in crystal healing. Ashe.
This is why you need a spiritual reset. Meet the teacher behind the next age. Welcome to Grand Rising with ChristoLight. Who is Lord Maitreya, and why are seekers whispering his name? We'll trace his teachings, his appearances through history, the signs people say point to his return. Expect insight, controversy, a few surprising stories that challenge what you think about spiritual leadership. Tune in and open a door. Grand Rising with ChristoLight drops the full episode soon.
Today's message is from Lord Maitreya, entitled The Effortless Life Path. We are delighted to assist you, dear ones, into living from your divinity. It is so easy to drop out and allow the ego to take your attention away from peace and love. You are the essence of peace, love, and joy, as you are the children of God and perfect as such. Never chastise yourself for what you mistakenly see as failure. That is the ego voice from a different direction. Breathe and choose peace, and then love yourself as you are in any one moment. Life is full of experiences, of opportunities to choose peace. Life is full of learning experiences, and everyone achieved is an opportunity for joyful celebration. There is nothing to work at. There is only the importance of being centered in love and allowing life to flow from there. Your guidance will flow effortlessly when you are peaceful and feeling love for all. Only the ego pushes you to work hard at achieving a goal. This is upside down thinking. Be the peace of God, and your path will become obvious to you. Then the process of allowing carries you forth in a smooth manner. Please remember that what you hold in mind is what you will create. So choose peace, not fear, and the results will fill you with joy. Patience is a virtue. You have heard this often, but usually as a reprimand rather than as a reminder that all will be in perfect timing. There may be many years between the ending of one career and the start of another. If instead of feeling inadequate, you look at what life pattern is presently in process, you will see that timing is as it should be. Instead of a paid career, you may be caring for your children. You may even be exploring greater spiritual knowledge and notice that opportunities for such evolvement are flowing all around you. Feel gratitude for whatever phase is operating and be there fully in your heart. Love. As long as you do this, destined phases will arrive, be completed, and the new will appear. Look back and see where your life flowed well, and note where it didn't. The comparison will show you where you let go and let God, and where you tried to force issues. Smile and feel grateful for a new understanding. There ends that lovely message from Lord Maitreya. It's a good one to think about, is it not? Much love to you all. Until next time.
Imagine booking a soul session, ordering crystals, and joining a live retreat from your phone. For too long, finding the right healers, the right products, the right community has meant endless searching across scattered corners of the internet. That changes now. The Sacred Kingdom has arrived, an online hub where a worldwide directory of holistic practitioners, readers, life guides, organic makers, musicians, a crystal shop, books, and more are all waiting for you. Book one-on-one sessions, order products, and discover Kingdom members serving locally in your area, all from your fingertips, wherever you are, whenever you're ready. Stay connected to upcoming events and retreats, both online and in person. Tap into a YouTube channel built for real conversation, hands-on holistic learning, and free giveaways. And there's more coming: courses, programs, a holistic recipe book, and the Sacred Kingdom Mystery School Academy mentorship. This is a space built on love, compassion, and the belief that conscious living should be accessible to all walks of life. Visit thesacredkingdom.com, and if you feel called to build from within, email Marcus ChristoLight at marcustut23@gmail.com about joining the Kingdom Council. The Kingdom is open.
The kingdom is open. And grand day, grand rising. Thank you for tuning in this current time space as we continue to deep dive and explore this wonderful Ascended Master sub-series of Grand Rising with ChristoLight, and I am your wonderful host and guide, Marcus ChristoLight of Sacred Light Healing and Wellness. And I'm just grateful to be here, to be able to share this knowledge, to share this wisdom, and to give us an opportunity to become even more deeply aware of what type of archetypes, what type of wonderful spiritual beings that have achieved their mastery of their human lifetimes to be able to help pave way and trailblaze for those of us that are incarnating down here in these lower dimensions. So we've been exploring some of the great world teachers that are ascended masters today. And 2 episodes ago, we kicked off this sub-series by exploring and talking about the wonderful, wonderful Lord, and that is Lord Cthulhu. And then yesterday, we explored Lord Gautama Buddha, who is the original Buddha, and also Siddhartha. Now today we're going to be touching on Lord Maitreya. And Lord Maitreya has been talked about throughout this series a little bit as one of the main world teachers. So now we're going to have the opportunity to go in depth, dive deep, and unveil who is Lord Maitreya. So let's go ahead and dive in. If you'd like to add any comments throughout this live, feel free to comment. If you have any questions, feel free to ask questions. And also too, I am a spiritual guide and shamanic guide. So if you have any questions about your mind, body, emotions, or you'd like some guidance or tips on holistic healing, this is also a place for that as well. All right, so let's get started. Lord Maitreya. Lord Maitreya holds the office of Cosmic Christ and Planetary Buddha. His name means loving kindness, and he focuses the radiance of the Cosmic Christ to the evolutions of Earth. Guardian to the planet Earth from Venus, succeeded Lord Gautama as Cosmic Christ when Gautama became Lord of the world at a royal Teton ceremony January 1st of 1956. Under the office of the Cosmic Christ, Lord Maitreya monitors potential Earth changes, as well as the comings and the goings of the fallen angels and the progress of the Christ incarnate. In his history of the planet, there have been numerous Buddhas who have served the evolutions of mankind through the steps and stages of the path of the Bodhisattva. Lord Maitreya, the Cosmic Christ, has passed the initiations of the Buddha. He has come to the fore in his age to teach all who have departed from the way of the great guru, Sanghkamara, from whose lineage both he and Gautama descended. The historical Maitreya. Maitreya is worshipped in Tibet, Mongolia, China, Japan, and throughout Asia, where he is revered by Buddhists as the compassionate one and as the coming Buddha. While Maitreya is accepted by all Buddhists, he does take on a variety of roles in different cultures and religious sects. These roles include the guardian and restorer of the Dharma, the intercessor and protector, a guru who personally communes with, initiates, and teaches his devotees, a messiah who descends when the world is in turmoil, a messenger sent by the Divine Mother to rescue her children, and the Zen laughing Buddha. Oh, that's beautiful. So he's known as the laughing Buddha. Buddhist scholar Evans Wentz describes Maitreya as the Buddhist Messiah, who will regenerate the world by the power of divine love and inaugurate a new age of universal peace and brotherhood. He is at present in a Tushita heaven, whence he will descend and be born among men and become the future Buddha to reveal anew, as did Gautama in the long dynasty of past Buddhas, the path leading to the great liberation. The Hempbag Bonze. In Chinese Buddhism, Lord Maitreya is sometimes portrayed as the Hempbag Bonze. A bonze is a Buddhist monk. In his role, Maitreya appears as a plump, jolly, pot-bellied, laughing Buddha. He is often shown sitting and holding a sack, with happy children climbing all over him. To the Chinese, he represents prosperity, material wealth, and spiritual contentment. The children represent the blessing of a large family. Buddhist scholar Kenneth Chien writes of his portrayal of Maitreya. One feature of his appearance singled him out. He carried a hemp bag wherever he went. Into this bag was deposited whatever he received. And for this reason, the bag became an object of intense curiosity, especially among the children. They would chase him, climb all over him, force him to open his bag. On such an occasion, he would place the bag on the ground, empty the contents one by one, and just as methodically put them back in the bag. The expressions attributed to him were all enigmatic and exhibit Zen characteristics. Once a monk asked him about his bag, he replied by placing it on the ground. When asked what this meant, he shouldered the bag and went away. Once he was asked how old the bag was, and he replied, "That was as old as space." I love that. You hear about the very wise monks and Buddhists, and they don't answer a lot of questions because they realize that their opinion or their egoic thoughts don't equate to the measure of divinity in the way that they can express and truly bring justice for what it is that they want to be able to portray or to be able to express when it comes to the truth of these questions. So rather than just saying, oh, it's an awesome bag or it's a really cool bag, you just say nothing because it's so divine, it's so full of infinite energy, and you don't want to mentally, as a sovereign alchemist that projects their reality through the things that they say, do, and think, they don't want to limitate themselves, or they don't want to limitate that bag or limitate that item to what their opinion is or what their egoic thought is, but instead just surrender it and allow it to just be eternal, non-defined, full of infinite potential. That's how powerful our mind is. When we label something, we then kind of put that in an energetic box. But if we don't label things and we just let things be what it is, or let it be the I am, then it's just an open flow of infinite potential. The bag demonstrates the mystery of space and the miracle of space under the dominion of the Buddha. Its timelessness shows the Buddha's mastery of segments of eternity, hence eternity itself, through the flame of Mother. The lineage from Sanna-Kumara. Sanna-Kumara will be our next episode on Tuesday next week. Lord Maitreya and Lord Gautama were the first from among mankind to respond to Sanna-Kumara's magnetic pull to face God and to return to the divine estate in which man had first been created, in which he was destined to outpicture in the world of form. The time came when the one who had served the earth as her planetary Buddha chose to return to his own planetary chain, leaving a vacancy in the office for one from among Earth Guardians to fill. Lord Maitreya applied for the initiations necessary to qualify for this office. Centuries of self-discipline, of training, of devotion, and mastery were required in order for him to attain his present stature. His colleagues through all of these classrooms of experience was Lord Gautama, who by a margin won the Buddhic degree for, got that coffee coming up, got that Buddhic degree first, while Maitreya was accorded the office next in line, that of world teacher. As world teacher, his mission was designed for each 2,000-year cycle, the specific type of spiritual instruction most required for the human race for that period. Whenever there was a radiant and willing instrument, he was to act as mediator, polarizing the atoms of the 4 lower bodies of that life stream, so that the divine plan of that one's individualized I am source might flow through its instrument, outpicturing in the world of form the works of the Christ. Lord Maitreya is the teacher of Jesus, who with Kuthumi now holds the office of world teacher. Maitreya demonstrates on behalf of an evolving humanity the cosmic consciousness of the Christ in all areas of human endeavor, and is universally throughout cosmos. He is known as the Great Initiator. It was in fact the initiator of Jesus himself in his individualized Christ flame, in his final embodiment as world savior and exemplar of the way, the truth, and life to all aspirations on the path of personal Christhood. Wow. Think about that, for the hardcore Christians out there, like those that believe that Jesus is the only ever teacher or great illuminator of the Creator. Here's a fact check right here. Jesus was taught by another Lord of the Light, Lord Maitreya. So that's something to ponder on right there. There's way more out there to this timeline of our history here in this universe. And it's really cool to see all of the different wonderful teachers and guides that we have throughout this human history. And it's such a blessing to become aware of them. And it's not taking anything away from Jesus or Yeshua, but it's to really expand, to grow upon the truth, upon what the Creator has made for us when it comes to being able to access our Christ within. Maitreya's Mystery School. So Maitreya was himself a Chele of Lord Himalaya, and his own focus of illumination in the Himalayan mountains. He was the guru of twin flames in the Garden of Eden, which was a mystery school of the Brotherhood. The Mystery School of Eden, located on Lemuria, near where San Diego is today, was the first mystery school on planet Earth, and Maitreya, referred to as the Lord God in Genesis, was his first hierarch. Whoa. That's so interesting. Who would have ever thought San Diego, California, was the location of the first ever mystery school on the planet during Lemuria? Wow. It's interesting because I was always thinking, like, I keep hearing about these different locations, about etheric temples and retreat spaces. But I was like, something about San Diego, though. Like, I wonder what kind of connection San Diego has, because myself and my partner, we were in San Diego not that long ago, just a few months ago. And we went to the Garden of Self-Realization, which is the garden of Yogananda. And it's where he wrote his book, Autobiography of a Yogi. So we got to experience that Lemurian energy in San Diego at the Pacific Coast, where we went to the Garden of Realization, as well as to the other beautiful places that oversee the ocean. And the energy there is just spectacular. Like, you can tell that there is a very powerful, positive, and beautiful grid in that area. So it's really cool to find out that not only is there a etheric temple and retreat space there energetically, but it is literally the first ever mystery school of Eden from Lemuria. Wow. That's huge to realize and come into awareness of. The first ever mystery school. And it's funny because they try to hide the US as if the US doesn't have like profound significance in our ancient history. And they're always trying to focus on, the East, like India, Egypt, China, places like that. But you don't really hear about states in the United States where it could have an ancient history. So that's really cool. So since the expulsion of man and women from the Garden of Eden because of the misuse of the sacred fire and the incorrect application of free will, the Great White Brotherhood has maintained mystery schools and retreats that have served as repositories for the knowledge of the sacred fire that is vouchsafed to twin flames when they have demonstrated the discipline necessary to keep the way of the tree of life. The Essene community was a repository for certain of the ancient mysteries, as was the school of Crotona, conducted by Pythagoras. That's the one in South Italy. Following the sinking of Lemuria and Atlantis, the mystery schools that have been established were relocated in China, India, and Tibet, as well as in Europe, the Americas, and the Pacific Fire Ring, where they were maintained for thousands of years until, one by one, they were overrun by the hordes of darkness. So basically they're saying that these mystery schools and grid points got infiltrated by the negative dark forces. And that's why today you see things as they are, and we don't really see the full glory of these locations shining and radiating like they did hundreds and thousands of years ago. We're here to restore it though. Myself and a lot of us starseeds and light workers and ancient souls, we're remembering why we're here. And we're here to help restore these different grid points of the earth to their beauty. So wherever these schools have been destroyed, the Ascended Masters who sponsored them withdrew their flames and sacred shrines to the retreats on the etheric plane. Here, our disciples are trained between embodiments in their finer bodies during sleep or samadhi. Samadhi is like your astral travels, in order that they might attain the divine self-knowledge that, until Saint Germain once again advanced in its 20th century, had not been available to mankind en masse in the physical plane for centuries. Maitreya has explained that in the time the outer world itself has become the retreat in which each man will take his initiations, and passing these will gain the eternal flame, eternal freedom, his ascension in the light. The mystery school come again. The long-awaited coming Buddha, Maitreya, has indeed come to reopen his mystery school to assist Saint Germain and Lady Portia, twin flames of the violet ray, and hierarchs of Aquarius, to usher in the new age. On May 31st, 1984, he dedicated the heart of the inner retreat and the entire Royal Teton Ranch in Wyoming to the path and teaching of the cosmic Christ, in order that those who departed from his tutelage, going the way of serpents, might be restored, and the children of light follow the Son of God in the regeneration. So the twin flame of Maitreya. On December 31st, 1985, Maitreya spoke about the twin flame. Beloved of the light, my twin flame is present. I ask you to stand in honor of the glorious being of light, who is my divine counterpart. Thus, the aura of my feminine counterpart does expand and expand and expand. And this Shakti of light, therefore, does continue to propel the incisiveness of the yellow fire into the brain, into the chakras, into the crown, therefore, so that the enlightenment of all 7 rays may come to you, so that those who are on the blue ray may understand that in the heart of the ray is the multiplication of the threefold flame. The world is waiting for Maitreya and Maitreya's co-workers and servants, and they are also waiting for my twin flame, whom they know not. Thus, out of the octaves of nirvana, she has descended into a golden orb of light, and you will see how the presence of my beloved will multiply my action in your behalf. Lord Maitreya. Maitreya's co-workers and servants. We got one in our living room right now. Shout out to Eduardo out there. I know you're listening. So retreats. The focus of illumination in Maitreya's retreat over the Tenzin, China. So as well as the focus of illumination, his retreat is in the Himalayas. Maitreya maintains an etheric retreat over Tenzin, China, southeast of Beijing. With Lord Gautama, he also teaches students seeking to graduate from Earth's schoolroom at the Eastern and Western Shambhala and at the Royal Teton Retreat. As a sponsor of Twin Flames, he is the friend of initiatives of the Sacred Fire. When called upon, he will give the illumination of the Christ and the strength of the Word to pass the initiations that come under his sponsorship. His banner is the thought form of a mighty clipper ship as it comes in with tides at even tide to fetch souls of mankind, to take them to another shore. His musical keynote is Ah, Sweet Mystery of Life. All right. For more information, you can read Maitreya on Initiation by Elizabeth Clare Prophet. And then there is even more that you can find as well through Elizabeth and her wonderful partner, Mark Prophet. Here's an image of the clipper ship. And that's the clipper ship right there. And this is a representation or symbolism of Maitreya's energy, being able to ride the tides and set sail, remembering to maintain order and balance, and to continue to move forward while moving through the waves of life. All right. Lord Maitreya. All right, so with that, we're going to have one more video for this episode. And this video is going to just bring spiritual support and what that looks like through Lord Maitreya and how you can introduce that into your human life. So this might be a little bit shorter episode, but it's going to be very valuable information. And if you always want to deep dive more, feel free to research, meditate, and look deep within when it comes to connecting to Lord Maitreya.
Eyes closed, floating on a lake, sound vibrating through your bones. This is Summer Solstice. Hosted by Sacred Kingdom Community, the Summer Solstice 26 Ascended Masters Retreat is an intentional healing of the divine masculine, balanced with the feminine, to honor Father's Day weekend. 4 days of embodied teachings, ceremonies, and live music in Ohio's Zaleski State Forest at Lake Hope, camping under the canopy, vegetarian brunches and dinners included, a sober, safe container to be vulnerable, supported, and real. Guided by shamanic space holder and producer Marcus ChristoLight of Sacred Light Healing and Wellness Sharing Cacao, Galactic Pioneer Wisdom, and more. Sacred Space Holders, Priestess Jessie of Sacred Phoenix Sisterhood Circle leads ecstatic dance. Kat of Kat's Treasure Tree journeys into shadow with an Anubis obsidian aerospace. Kirsten of Mama K's Creations teaches dreamcatcher weaving. Twin Moon sisters Cheyenne and Victoria offer a floating sound bath on the lake. More sacred spaces to be announced. Live music by Aura de Prophet, Evan Sturgeon, and Cricket de Gift. Bring a kayak, paddleboard, or floaty for the lake, and free time to drift whenever you feel. June 1922, 2026. Ages 12 plus with adult. No drugs or alcohol. Tickets, $99 for a single day without stay, or $333 for all 3 days with stay. Register via the Jotform link or QR code, or email marcustut23@gmail.com with questions. Come meet your tribe.
The mind's eye, it's in these times we know we're never alone. Where there's a will, where there's a will, there's a way, there's a way. Yeah, the change well, it's coming, it's here today.
We coasting with potion, high five to the ground, bitch, we chosen. Silly, got the flow like the ocean, can escape when your brain is eroding. We got that light, chakras hella bright. Check my triple sight. Yeah, you know we consciously. We got that light, chakras hella bright. Check my triple sight. It has been written that we are ascending, 'cause we're the descendants of the source of all existence. Yeah, it has been written that we are ascending, 'cause we're the descendants of the source of all existence.
Hi guys, it's Ophelia Zakal here today with Maitreya. We are wanting to share a spiritual snack on our perspective of Lord Maitreya. So, we are teachers of universal consciousness, we're spiritual life coaches, intuitive empaths, and we're really here to assist starseeds, light workers, high density beings, really to make the shift, to really remember to very deep levels. That's what we love to do. That's what we chose to do when we came here, and we love doing it together.
And if you haven't seen any of these spiritual snacks before, we've been guided to share them so you can start to recognize the energetic signatures of some of the archangels, ascended masters, and emissaries from other realms. Why? Because they work with you all the time. Different ones will, and you can start to, really feel, oh, I recognize that energy. I did not know it was Maitreya, or I did not know it was Raphael, or I did not know it was Michael or Mary, etc. So, or the Arcturian. So that's really what the core of this is about. And today, it's all about Ascended Master Maitreya, Lord Maitreya. And one of the things we can share as well is one of our original spiritual teachers, she mentioned to me that Maitreya is very closely connected to my soul lineage as well, and so he's very closely connected to us. He's a very large ascended master energetically. He oversees large things. He's very connected to the ascension of Gaia. He's very connected to the ascension of humanity. He works with a lot of the high frequency energies, the golds and the platinums and those type of energies. He's very, very wise, very highly skilled in energy management, works often as well with things like protection, energetic clearing, multi-dimensional protection and clearing as well, and really with keeping things aligned with how they are according to free will and galactic law and all those type of things. So, the energetic frequency that you will be feeling now, because he is with us, he is with you right now, and that energy is the powerful energy that he brings. He is one of the ascended masters that is said to hold or have held when he was in his incarnation, or one of his incarnations on earth, so much love and light, one of the most ever, like super amount of light quotient and love quotient that he held within his physical form. And so he is very powerful and beautiful to connect with if you need assistance to move you through transitions in your mission.
Yes, and in your ascension and
Yes.
the initiations of a spiritual being here, the initiations and steps moving forward, moving up, rising up, etc. So, you know, on our ascension councils, everyone has at least 12 ascended masters that work
And our archangels.
and or archangels. Yes, same sort of. I see them similarly.
Yeah, yeah.
And so they really sometimes 3 or more step forward to be your main support, your main inspiration, guides for different initiations that you're moving through. And so sometimes you will, if Maitreya is on your ascension council, you will feel the bigness of it. It's spacious. It's spacious with a certain frequency of power, of just peaceful, deep knowing power.
Yes, beautiful.
Just really, so being able to hold the high frequency and grounding it. And that's what Ascension is all about. And so that's his gift to all of us here on earth. And so when you want to raise in your Ascension consciousness, when you want to move through an initiation, call on Maitreya. He's with you now. You know, he is available for you to call on him to assist you to just make the click throughs.
Absolutely.
To assist you with maybe a little bit of spiritual discipline, with a little bit of extra willingness, with a little bit of you know, the old-fashioned sort of just getting the job done.
Guidance.
But with peaceful power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what he would like to offer for you today, if you care to accept, is a special structure. I'm not sure if that's called a tetrahedron. I think it is, but it's a 4-sided pyramid, 1 up, 1 down. Is that the tetrahedron?
Yeah, that's a tetrahedron.
And it's very small. It's pure gold for in your heart energetically, and it'll help with your mission and your empowerment in your mission. So if you would care to accept, you simply acknowledge to him inside yourself or with your intuition or with a yes, and then he will assist you and place that in your heart chakra. So a very small pure gold liquid light tetrahedron he can place in your heart to help you with your mission and your empowerment in your mission.
So, you know, when you get off, just really take a moment to take that in if you would like to sit with it. Sometimes when the masters are with you, the archangels or the ascended masters, you might have this wave of energy of, it seems like you've just been hit with a wave of tiredness, but what it can be is them saying, okay, be still, lie down, sit down and receive. And you could just be wiped out for 20 minutes, half an hour, and just receive and integrate. And that might happen with you right now. I feel that he's going to be doing a lot of work with people. So just allow that to process through and to integrate, and often afterwards you just feel amazing. So it's not like you're going to be tired afterwards or anything like that. So enjoy the
this
emergence
connection.
of that energy. It's very, very powerful,
And
very
again,
yummy.
learn to really feel, recognize, and know his energetic signature. So when you call on him or when he's around you, you will know it is him. All right, many blessings, guys. We look forward to seeing you next time again. Like and subscribe. And until the next time,
Lots of love.
lots of love. Thank you.
All right. Lord Maitreya. So yeah, if you accept Lord Maitreya into your heart with that golden elixir into the tetrahedron, feel free to bring it in. I just wanted to close out with giving us a message from the Oracle of the Egyptian Book of the Dead. And we have number 9, Hathor, the wonderful sister of Hathor. Let's see what it's got to say in the book. So Hathor is going to represent beauty, charm, and feminine power. Hathor was the mother goddess of the Egyptian pantheon. Therefore, she was the divine mother of all the pharaohs. She was associated with beauty, charm, seduction, sensuality, music, and dance. She was a nurturing goddess, and her people would invoke her aid in matters of family and parenting. Hathor was also responsible for welcoming the dead into the realm of the Duat by giving them food and water to sustain them on their journey through the underworld. In a spread, Hathor indicates nurturing energies are in play. This could be a time of family harmony, maybe struggles with parenting or conception. It could also mean that you need to indulge in a little bit more self-care and nurture yourself more. As a goddess of cosmetics, beauty, and sensuality, Hathor comes to let you know that it is time to put the glad rags on and let your hair down a little bit. Go out dancing or go to a concert and embrace her gifts of music and song. Hathor is telling you to have fun, to embrace life, and to share hospitality with friends and family. Let her mothering energies nurture you and spend some time doing what makes you feel good. Cheers. Thank you to Mother Hathor. With a combination of Hathor and Lord Maitreya, may we find ways to have fun today. May we find ways to celebrate our divinity, to celebrate life, our free will, and that we have the blessing of this body to be able to experience this time. And with that, if you guys need any type of assistance that is blocking you from having fun or allowing you to access that creative ability to co-create, you guys can reach out to me as well. You guys can hit the QR code in the corner, or you can go to the link in the description or the ticker down below, and you guys can get a free consultation one-on-one session with me, online or in person. And we can sit down and talk about your shadows. We can talk about your struggling patterns. We could talk about the habits that you want to break. Or we can talk about other things like conscious boundaries, communication, inner child healing, subconscious reprogramming, chakra balancing. I also do light language, multiple forms of Reiki, and I also do my own Akashic soul origin meditations, where I help you be able to come in tune, become aware, and activate parts of your DNA so that you can remember who you are beyond this human flesh and who you are as a blueprint of the cosmos. So that's me, Marcus ChristoLight, founder of Sacred Light Healing and Wellness. You guys can reach out anytime. I am definitely here to serve, and I'm here to support. I also host retreats around the country in the United States. I also am wrapping up a Costa Rica retreat right now in this moment, and we're going to be going to Egypt in 2027, November. A lot of good things coming, and we're just going to continue to grow. I also have an international community that you guys can be a part of, or that you guys can learn from and be able to receive through. We have practitioners all over the country and soon to be all over the world, and we make ourselves available for you. We have our own link page, soon to be website, where you guys will be able to have instant access at your fingertips. It's not only our services, but our products, because we have organic product makers. We have a crystal shop owner online, and we have so much more. So there's a lot of beautiful things. And if you guys have questions, just reach out. I am gladly here for you. And on that note, that will do it for today's episode. This was Lord Maitreya of our Ascended Master sub-series on Grand Rising with ChristoLight. I thank you guys, and the next live, I will see you guys on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Whispers of Wellness, Organic Home Living, where we will be deep diving and beginning our sub-series about Herbalism 101, where we're going to talk about herbs that you can introduce and how you can introduce them into your everyday holistic life. Until then, wholeness, balance, love, vibrations. One love. (2023) Mother Gaia, third dimensional planet, ascending. Thank you from the Sacred Light Broadcast Network and Sacred Light Productions for tapping in and tuning in to all live and replay content, holistic, conscious, for your empowerment. Tap in to the Christ light within. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember that you are the one that you have been looking for. Enjoy this content. If you would like to collaborate or receive production through myself, Marcus ChristoLight, direct message or email me at marcustut23@gmail.com to discuss details. Wholeness and balanced love. Ashe.